I gotta stop looking at this screen. Hi guys, it's Diane from Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique here in the village of Pauling. And tonight my co-hosts are our lovely Leilani. Hi guys. The camera's over there.
I'm like,
And Marion. So welcome to the shop. I'm so happy. This is our second recording. I'm so happy to be here and back on. We were doing the show live from the radio station here in Pauling, but they've recently closed down, and so now we're doing it from the shop. And it is our roundtable, so you get to come in and talk with us and meet our mediums that are here. Next week we'll have a couple of more with us, but tonight it's just us, which is wonderful. So we're at 12 West Main Street in the village of Pauling, and it's Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique, and this is the Angel Aura Show. So welcome everyone. And I just wanted to go over a few things that are happening for the rest of this week, and then at the end of the show, I'm going to go over the October schedule, and it's going to be fantastic. We have a lot coming up. Do get those Halloween costumes ready. So tomorrow, Star is in, and she is doing her workshop, evidential mediumship workshop, which is every Thursday. It's Evidential Psychic and Mediumship Development Circle. And you can join in anytime. She'll catch you up if you missed a class or two. She gets everybody caught up. So that's a lot of fun. And that's on Thursday evenings. Friday, Pina's in doing her readings. And then Saturday, our lovely Leilani is in. She is doing her readings and also a workshop. Why don't you tell us about that one?
so my workshop on Saturday, it's every other Saturday, starting this Saturday. It is called Connecting with Your Spirit Guides. So the whole point of this series is from start to finish to give you the skills that you need in order to build strong communication with your spirit guides, to be able to identify your spirit guides, to be able to work with your spirit guides, and all that good stuff. It's a lot of fun and hard work, but we're going to get through it.
I'm looking forward to it. That is a big question everyone comes in asking about how to connect to their spirit guides, and it's something that we really do need to do. So I'm looking forward to listening in to that workshop, and if I can join in, of course, I do love to join in the workshops when we have them here at the shop, but not always get to do that. But I do listen and I do learn. Believe it or not, we can always learn. There's always a lesson to be learned, and I love it. And I love it. So and be sure to come in and do that. And this Sunday, just want to let you guys know, I will not be having meditation. I do meditation on Sundays, tea and meditation with me on Sundays. This Sunday, not. My granddaughter is celebrating her 6th birthday. And so I'm just going to spend the
Sweet
day
six.
sharing in her celebration on Sunday, even though her birthday is Friday. Happy birthday, sweetie pie. Grandma loves you. So it's a little quiet this evening, but I'm looking forward to a fun time talking with everyone out there. If you have any questions you'd like from us to answer tonight, tonight is the night for sure.
Yes, for sure. Like, this is your opportunity to hang out with some psychic mediums, some spiritual people, and be able to just ask all those questions that have been burning up inside of you about spirit, about magic, about all of it. Just put it out there.
There's a lot to know.
Whatever you want to know.
We did the psychic fair, which was a lot of fun. Past Saturday, right? Lisa was here.
That was so
Lisa's
much
in the
fun.
audience, by the way.
Woo, Lisa!
We love Lisa, and it was a lot of fun.
It was
and
so much fun.
The energy was unbelievable. The people that came in, it was amazing. I loved, and you know what's so cool about the psychic fairs is that we have 6 different readers reading, and they all do different things.
Yes.
So when you come in, when we do the psychic fairs, do watch for them because they're not expensive at all, and you can do 3 readings for $65, and who does that? So
Right.
It's great, and so it's all different modalities. And I'm going to get to Leilani's because she does a lot of different things. She offers a lot of different things. But Star was doing tea leaf and tea leaf and cards and tarot. She does tarot. Martha was doing angel tarot cards.
Which, by the way, I had to get that deck. I had to get that deck.
That's right.
That angel tarot deck was so cool.
It is.
Had to get it.
Marion owns that deck too.
Yes.
Do you have that deck too?
No, I don't. I have
It's a great deck. If you had a reading with
Martha.
Martha, thank you, blah, 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 tongue tied. Her cards are so worn out.
Yeah.
Her old deck was actually taped. And if Martha, you're out there, could join in.
And then you had John, who has this really cool technique where, like, you put your hands like on these books that are open. These books are open, and you put your hands on these two pictures, and then he just goes in on you. And I honestly don't understand the mechanics, but it's so cool. It's so cool.
They're like sigils. They're
Yeah.
and so he's activated them. These two books that he brings them to all of his workshops, as far as I know, when his workshops here, and he does have some coming up. They're sigils, and so when you're putting your hands on them, he's activating you for this reading. And John just doesn't give you a reading; he's talking to you about your past life. I mean, did you get a reading with him?
Yes, I did.
And what kind of reading did you
The
get?
past lives, dragon energy, Magdalene energy, Holy Grail energy. There was just a lot of
He works
stuff.
with
He's
a lot of
amazing.
different. It is amazing.
amazing.
It is amazing, and so I do love his readings. I found out that I was an Egyptian goddess, and I am taking it.
And we had 3 different lives minimum together. In
Oh
the
yes,
past.
yeah. Marion was in
And I
one
was
life.
your father.
my
in
father.
one life.
And Jonathan, if you're watching, he is my brother,
And
but
he-
apparently from a different mother, because Jonathan was also her son
2 times before.
twice before. So yeah,
I was like,
same
no! Oh,
same
and that would
spirit
make
family,
sense.
same spirit family, which I
Exactly.
think is a really good thing to talk about. Actually,
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if you guys hear this term, soul family or spirit family or soul mates being tossed around in the spiritual community, but that's a really good example of that. Is like we tend to sort of revisit and what is it?
Reconnecting.
Reconnect. That's a beautiful word, with the same spirits over and over and over again,
I love it.
in
I
one way
love
or the
it.
other, which is really cool.
I love it.
What are your particular kind of psychic mediums, or each of you?
That's from Lisa.
Yes.
Lisa.
No, not me.
No.
Another
On the
Lisa.
screen.
I was like, you could say that out loud.
I like to say that I'm a spiritual medium. You can say you're a psychic medium or an evidential medium. I like to say spiritual medium. Kind of makes me feel more comfortable with it. I really don't like to have a title. How's that?
That's a good one. Yeah, I'm the same way. Whenever I write my bios, I just write it as a diviner.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
I'm thinking. Well, not I'm thinking. Some people do connect. Psychics are more about reading from your energy, where a medium is not only reading from your energy but receiving messages from spirit. So that's kind of like the difference. So I think we're all in here mediums. Everyone here are mediums. If that helps you in any way, Lisa, or if you have other questions about that, but
Yeah.
and everyone that reads here are mediums.
Yeah.
So we are all mediums, and we just use different forms of divination, whether it be tarot or oracle or charming.
Charming. That's my method, you guys. That's my method.
If you haven't had a charming with Leilani, you are missing out.
It's so much
Yes,
fun.
you are.
It is super, super fun. She taught a couple of classes actually.
Which,
on
by the way,
charming.
people have been requesting to learn it. So I
Okay.
think we need to run that class again at some point.
We'll be doing that. We'll be putting that class back in. It was super fun, and I had a table with charms on it, and
Yes.
it's a lot of fun. It's just you have to experience it. So if you haven't experienced that, get in.
Awesome. We have a question here that's actually really, really good. It's pretty in depth. I don't know if we want to go hard body right
That's
away, but it goes.
Welcome,
This is from
Yolanda.
Yolande McLennan. And she wants to know, she's like, we use the word spirit a lot, but I'm somewhat confused of the actual meaning. Like, does it refer to ancestors, those who have passed on, or something else? So this word spirit, what do you guys think? How is everyone feeling about that word?
Well, I say spirit because I actually use the word spirit as it is my spirit guides. It is the spirit that I'm connecting to, the soul spirit energy that's coming in to give messages. So that's how I use spirit.
Yeah.
It's just easier to say it that way.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times in the spiritual community, you'll hear the word spirit and soul be interchanged a lot, but they actually are very two different meanings. And so just to kind of give you the quick rundown, like everything has spirit. You know, the rocks, the trees, you, me,
Yes.
everything has spirit,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
so when you're divining for someone, when you are falling in love with someone, when you are walking in the room and feeling the vibes of the people in that room, you are connecting to their spirit, is what
Mhm.
you're doing. So that's in a nutshell how I would describe spirit. Just very quick.
The energy.
The energy.
The energy.
Yeah.
How about you, Mary? You want to answer any of that?
Absolutely not.
I love the
I-
honesty there.
No.
I have to
It's
keep
not
track of
happening.
this
Too
board.
much stuff to keep track of.
She's keeping track of the scorecard.
Yes.
Kidding.
Valerie wants to know a little bit more about charming. Do you mind if I like
Yeah,
just
go ahead
quickly
because
say
actually Rachel joined in. Hi, Rachel.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
Rachel.
And Anthony.
What up,
Hi,
Anthony?
Anthony. Want to know about taking a charming class. So
Nice.
tell us some more charming. Yeah.
So charming, if I can just, like quickly say it, charming is sort of a modern day version of bone reading. So, all throughout history, people have used items, whether they're rocks or shells or sticks. Just they've
Mhm.
used items that they've either tossed on the ground or they've allowed to sort of fall naturally on the ground and then look at them and sort of read how they fall and kind of make sense of what that
Mhm.
looks like.
Mhm.
And so all throughout history, we've gotten to here and now, 2020, people have sort of taken that idea, but this time they're collecting little trinkets and charms that they find in stores or on the street or wherever, and it can be a compilation of sticks, stones, bones, roots, and even plastic or metal items. And they're usually in some kind of a basket or a bag, and you toss it onto a mat and you read how they fall. The beautiful thing about them is it's kind of like an overview of your entire life being read all at once, which is really awesome. It does past, present, future. It does detail. It does vague. It does everything. It's a really, really great
It's a lot
system.
of fun. It's a
I
lot of
enjoy
fun.
that.
I'm just going to go back to Spirit for a minute. Pina, who's also one of the readers here, she reads on Fridays. Every Friday, Pina's here, Lady of the Light. She chimes in and says about Spirit, many people refer to Spirit as being God.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. And thank you, Pina.
I call him great spirit.
The great spirit. He is a great spirit. Wow.
Well, that was a lot in like 15 minutes. Jeez, you guys, you're going deep fast.
Yes, yes.
You're not messing around.
What else has been happening here? A meditation on Sundays has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It has been fun. If you haven't joined in for meditation, and Rachel has been here for meditation, and
Yes.
Lisa that's here, and we do it's tea and meditation, and we do have tea. Sometimes I do forget the tea, but not on purpose because we're having such a conversation. As soon as everybody gets in, like the energy is moving. Like, okay, what are we doing today? What's going to happen
Mhm.
today? And so part of the meditation, at the end of the meditation, we share some tarot cards, whether it's the cards that are around the shop, or you're welcome to bring your own decks in. So it's actually a way that you can get more connected with your decks, because one way to connect to your deck, your tarot deck or an oracle deck, whatever deck you're using, is through meditating with them.
Mhm.
So I encourage you to bring in your decks. Hi, Tracy. We do. So what we do is that we have a conversation about whatever's been happening for us for this week, or because we are meeting weekly. This week I used the crystal bowls.
That is one of the best.
You enjoyed
The
that?
sounds, just everything, the energy that comes from those bowls, from all the people that are there. It's a great combination. I enjoy
The
I enjoy
sound,
bowls.
yeah, because you don't really want to hear my voice all the time talking to you in the meditation. Although I enjoy it, and I really do try to use. I do meditate before your meditation to see who it is that what the group is going to need.
Right.
So I try to connect to the energy of the group before they get here. to find out what they're going to need. And usually it works out that way. And so we do share cards with each other. Everyone passes around a card from their deck to the person around, and then at the end we reveal the cards after the meditation, and it becomes a little mini reading.
That's awesome.
So you're sharing that with everyone, and I do encourage you to talk about the card that you gave to the other person. So it is a lot of fun if you come in on Sundays. That's fun to do, and connecting to your cards. And we were talking about decks earlier. Um,
And Rachel said she really loved the Sunday meditation that she went to. Unfortunately, I'm not making it this weekend, but you're not missing a thing, Rachel. We're not having it this Sunday.
This Sunday, no, I'm not here this Sunday, but I'll start again the following Sunday and every Sunday thereafter. So
Very
you're
cool.
not
Thank
missing
you.
out, and I will see you the following week, and hopefully your mom too. And her mom had that deck was in French.
French deck.
Yes, it was a French
wow.
tarot deck. Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
That
Oh
was a-
wait,
that was
yeah,
a
like
neat
the
deck.
Marseilles deck. Is that the one you're talking about?
Hers was from the 70s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
Because
really
I mean,
cool
it was a game in France. You know,
Mm.
it was a game, so that makes sense.
It was a beautiful deck, and she did give us some reading with it. So kudos to your mom, Rachel. She did a great job that day. And someone had asked me what because we're doing so much, what are you more comfortable with reading with? What type of cards? What cards are you comfortable reading with?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll be honest with you. Because like I have like 4 or 5 different decks that I have laid out just in case. And then depending on the vibe of the person or depending on what it is that they need to get read on, there's like a deck that kind of fits that need a little bit better, I guess. So it could be anything from tarot to like I Ching to like Oracle. Yeah, I can't say.
I think, yeah, you're right. It is. It is based upon I usually start with which was now my go-to deck, which is my moon cards, which are Oracle deck.
Mm.
And I do like the angels. I love reading the angel cards. They're wonderful. And Martha said, "Oh, what did Martha say?"
Martha, you jumped in. Hi, sorry, I had a technical difficulties
Ooh, I got another
and
deep
I
question.
couldn't join in. Aw, we
It's
miss
okay.
you.
Tell her to comment anyway.
Yes.
This question is saying, this is from Miss Santos. She wants to know, how do I reopen my mediumship abilities? So apparently what you're implying is that they were once open, that they were closed, and now you need to reopen them.
Mm.
I'm assuming that that's the question.
That's a good question. It is a good question. I get that often in the shop here.
So the way, okay, so coming from the perspective of an espiritista, right, from a spiritist, one of the main things that we focus on when it comes to mediumship abilities is getting yourself into communion with your altars, your spirit altars, and really spending a lot of time there. So in Espiritismo, we have what is called a bovera, and that altar is a very specific altar for the ancestors and for your spirit guides. And spending lots and lots of time there will eventually help to sort of bust open that third eye and bust open your ability to connect with spirit. And once you understand how they communicate with you, you'll then better understand how outside spirits will then communicate with you. Hopefully that was a helpful answer.
And
Mhm.
Pina stated meditate to remove
Meditate.
Definitely meditate.
Meditate.
Right, because you're right, Pina. You are working from the fear now that you've lost it.
Mhm.
And so we need to get over the fear. Once we get over the fear and we start to, of course, meditation, prayer, don't forget the big word prayer, however you pray.
Yeah.
And everybody prays a different way.
Yeah.
Connecting to your guides, connect to your spirit guides, start to reintroduce them to yourself.
Yeah.
So
And also remember, you didn't lose it. You never lost it. It was never gone. People get busy. People have emotional shit that happens. People have life that happens, and just stuff just gets in the way. You didn't lose it. You never did. You just got to reconnect to it. That's all. Open it back up again.
Your job is to read those.
And Martha said that you can even use guided meditations to connect with your guides.
And opening your chakras.
Yes.
So chakra meditations also help too, because when you're off balance, it is hard to connect. So do work with these chakras. That's an important. The energy. What is she saying now?
Subtile energy that you just have to retune into.
Retune into it. The energy. Retuning into the energy.
Also exercising your muscles, your
Yeah.
clairs, your clair
Mhm.
muscles. Sometimes we just
Star will be yelling, "Take my class!"
yeah, and you can always take Star's
Exercise.
class on Thursday nights.
Thursday
Yes,
nights, but
out of
it is all about your abilities are a muscle. It's just a muscle. Everybody has this ability. Everybody. It's just who's more in tune to it. And so you have to work on it. Just like when you go to the gym, we need to work out, right? So it's the same thing. We need to work those muscles. We need to work on meditation. There's many different forms, and it's just connecting to that and finding your tribe, your people that can help you to bring that out inside of you.
And trusting your intuition also, said Pina, and clearing your chakras, says Martha.
Gotta clear the chakras.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, and clearing the chakras will definitely help with, like, let's say for example, you
Me
have
too,
some kind
Tracy.
of trauma that occurred to you when you were either a child
Mhm.
or throughout your life that caused you to just kind of shut your third eye and to close yourself off to spirit. Clearing your chakras will help you to move past those traumas as well,
Exactly.
especially the root chakra. So I definitely agree with Martha on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting some cords. That's my big thing lately. I don't know. I'm really stuck on that.
What, cutting cords?
Cutting cords. Yeah, because I've been doing it myself for the past 2 weeks, cutting some
Yeah.
cords that I've been needing to do a very long time. And so I felt that
Cutting cords is serious business.
cutting
Okay.
cords helps you to release the fears.
Okay,
It
so
sure does.
Martha also said doing the classes again, because of the practicing and the others around you opening up.
Mhm.
And Tracy would like to know if Store is having another class soon.
Yes, Tracy, we're
Every
having
Thursday.
classes every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
And remember, when you used to see spirit, it scared you. So they won't appear exactly the same way.
That's from Martha. That's
Thank
a good.
you, Martha.
Thank you, Martha. That was good answers. Good answers. And Pina
Wow,
too.
these questions are amazing.
What did you get now?
There's another one. So this one's from Marius, and he would like to know, I've attempted to work with Santa Muerte, but it seems like she's not the right energy for me to work with. What should I do with her statue? And that's a really good question, because whether it's Santa Muerte or any other spirit, the minute you buy statues for them and you create altars for them, and then you figure out, oh, the relationship isn't quite right, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with all of this? And this is why having mentors is so important in these kinds of fields, and having guides to help you, because usually if we're taking on students, we would highly discourage them of buying statues and putting up altars until after a certain relationship has been built with those spirits, because the spirits themselves will then ask you to put up an altar for them, or will ask you to go get a statue for them. But if they hadn't done that yet and you prematurely purchased those things, it might cause some issues, which is what you went through. So now you find out the relationship is no good, and what do you do? So my best advice would be to go to like your nearest botanica, or to find someone who is a devotee of Santa Muerte and offer that spirit up as an exchange or as a gift. That would be your best bet.
Well, yeah. Tracy's saying what?
Yes. She only has an angel altar.
The altar can be whatever you want it to be. Your altar is something that you creating with what you want in your.
That depends on the
space.
altar. That
Yeah.
depends on the altar. If you have an altar that's dedicated to a specific spirit,
Yeah.
or an altar that was made for a specific tradition, then there are certain protocols around building that altar.
Right.
If you have a power altar,
Mhm.
or like a personal altar, like just for your magic, then yeah, I mean, like, go ham, have fun, decorate however you want to decorate it, put your favorite colors, put your whole thing, put your power into it, for sure.
Exactly.
But when you're dealing with altars that are for specific spirits,
Mhm.
that altar is not for you. And so therefore you need to be guided by that spirit and by those mentors and workers of those spirits
Mhm.
to show you how to properly put it together, because there are protocols around that.
Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah,
And it's more
sure.
so for safety than anything else. It's not
Yeah.
about gatekeeping. It's legit about safety.
Yeah, and that's
Protection.
lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of different types of altars. I think what Tracy has is just a personal, personal thing, personal power thing, which is wonderful. I have one for the angels too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were talking about clearing the chakras? Martha brought it
Oh
up.
yeah. Hmm.
Someone wants to know, how do you clear the chakras? We have two people that asked that question. How would you guys clear the chakras?
I use different forms of ways to. I use a chakra meditation is one way that I do it. I use crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And I also use sound.
That's my favorite. The crystal sound bowls,
Mhm.
favorite.
So those are ways to help. You can visualize and it's part of the meditations where you can do there's tons of chakra meditations out there. But the most important thing is to visualize your chakras, to seeing them starting. We hit the 7 inside that we're seeing, but remember, we have outside, we have chakras on our fingers, we have chakras everywhere. So there's not just these chakras, there's chakras everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and another thing is to add some cleansing into that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can cleanse, it's a little ritual that you create for yourself, and you'll feel a lot better.
That's amazing. Cleansing is amazing.
So
I recommend it to everyone.
Right.
Cleanse,
And-
cleanse, cleanse
and
all
cleansing
day.
all day long, every day.
Every day.
Once,
Not really, but
once
yeah.
it's if you just bring in a white light into all of that and see
Yeah.
them glowing and glowing and growing, it's cleansing it out, it's pushing it
It's
out.
amazing.
Which is pretty much what Martha was just saying here, how she activates her soul star chakra with the light and brings it into the center channel and moves it through each chakra from the
Mhm.
ground to the
Exactly.
ground star.
Exactly.
And Tracy loves the sound bowls. They're really nice.
They're so awesome. Sound is amazing. So listen, you guys, again, I keep bringing this up because it's like, to me, the most fascinating thing I've ever heard. So like, I had a kidney stone not too long ago, right? And I got the quote unquote surgery for it, but the surgery was nothing more than a machine shooting sound frequencies at my
Wow.
freaking kidney to break up the kidney stone so I could
Mhm.
pass it. And I'm saying to myself, everyone is talking about all this stuff where, oh, sound doesn't do anything, sound is not magical, like, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They're using it in medicine, they're using it, like, what?
Yep.
Sound is amazing, frequency is amazing.
One of the things that I did in the meditation this Sunday, we
Exactly.
used the mudra deck, and I did the sounds, each sound for each chakra. So before we started with the bowls, I had everyone worked with our chakras, and we did each sound. There's a sound for moving each chakra. So we worked on each of the actually what we did was we activated those chakras one by one. We went up all the way up, and then I did the sound bowling. The crystal bowls on those.
Here comes E.
And so once you do that, once you get those chakras opened and you're starting to feel the light and the vibration, and you start to listen to a crystal bowl meditation where it's just sound, you will vibrate
Oh yeah.
at a very high frequency.
Oh yeah.
And it's fantastic. And then you just feel it's like busting out of the bag.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel's
It
been
is,
busting
it
out
is.
over here.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying that
Yes.
yes, that,
Yes. Visualizing the
Thank
lotus
you.
flowers for each one spinning or floating. Absolutely. And then we did that.
Yeah.
And we went through each of the petals.
Yeah.
Remember? I
Yes.
did each of the petals on the lotus flower. Fantastic. Loved it. And I think you did that one with me, Rachel. Did you? Yes or no? Maybe.
She
It's
has to
super.
type.
I know she has to type. But that's super cool. That was a great question. Thank you for
Mhm.
asking that.
Yeah, great question, Santos and Sam.
I love chakra stuff. Anything to do with chakra stuff, I love it. I do love it. And I kind of feel like when I'm I'm a little quieter in the day, and then someone comes in like at 4:30 and says, "Oh, can you do a reading?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm already tired." We need to get that energy flowing, and moving the chakras does help.
Uh-oh. Somebody's playing with the deck.
I did. So there's this really fun deck that we love to use here in the shop.
And it's called
It's called the Rebel
the
deck.
Rebel Deck.
It's amazing, and it curses at you. And so I've been shuffling it this whole time, right? And I just so happened to pull this card, what we're talking about. It's called the front of the card is Ask a Fucking Expert, which is basically what's happening right now. And then the back of the card talks about don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So there you go. So there you
Rachel
go.
was not here.
The Rebel deck.
Did cards.
Did cards.
Great deck. It's hilarious. Definitely get it.
We love that deck. It's always on the table when you
Mhm.
come in. You can come in.
And when you
play
had
with
a
it.
couple,
It's super funny.
so much fun.
It's super funny. And we usually have it out and during the champagne walk. They enjoy it.
That we did.
That was cool. You have some more questions over there? Yeah. Hey guys, got a question. How about you, Rachel? Tracy, got a question?
This is my friend Rob, my brother from another mother over here. He chimes in about when we were talking about sound, and he says that wind chimes and Gregorian chants are used
Oh,
in
cool.
very strong house cleansings, and that sound reaches places that smoke cannot. So when we do, and this is so true, Rob, that's why I love you. That's why you're my brother. This is so true. Whenever we do house cleansings, so I consider myself, wow, you've got a lot going on up there. That's crazy. So I love to use fumigation as a way of cleansing people and spaces, but it's true. Sometimes the smoke just doesn't get into those little nooks and crannies that it needs to get to in order to clear out the negative caca. And so sound really gets into those spots.
That's good.
You know, walking around with a bell or like a
Yes.
chime of some kind. Definitely.
I've used the Gregorian chants. In the
Have you ever seen your old Italian grandma? See, I'm not Italian, but I've seen this on TV, where they walk around with like the pot and the spoon,
Yes.
and they're
yes.
just like yelling,
Noise.
and they're clapping and doing stuff, and I'm like,
It's the
yes,
clapping. It's
that's-
the clapping.
that's
It's
what
the
it is.
clapping.
that's what it is.
And it's they move they move the energy that way. That's how my grandmother did.
Sound. It's
The
magic.
My mother, it was the sound of the yell. She loved it.
She would just curse them out.
Get the fuck out of here! Just get out! Get out!
What do you do in my space? It's
She,
true.
many of you know, my mom was a medium, and when spirit would, funny things always happened to her, and she would say, "Can you believe this happened?" She happened to be in the restroom. She said,
They know no boundaries. They do not.
No
Time of
shame.
day, whether you're in the shower or taking a shit, doesn't matter. Spirit just be all up in your
And she
biz.
said, she comes out, she says, "Can you believe this crazy woman came in the bathroom and just screamed in my face?"
That's messed up.
Sorry. I don't know why that thought popped into my head there. It was totally off the beaten path, but funny stuff. She had a lot of funny stories.
So
my mom.
Martha said that she also cleared the energy in a business by using only the sound, that the owner refused to use smoke. They did it in the morning, and by the afternoon she had a sale. And Rachel, you're very right. I know that too. Old Jewish grandmothers did that also.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sound vibration.
Sound.
It's amazing. Hey, you guys, Patricia wants to know, how do you boost the energy and or connection with your tarot deck? How do you boost that energy and that connection?
Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did talk about this at the last live a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
handling them.
handling them
Giving them your energy. So
and giving them energy. Yeah,
is she saying before she's reading or
it's just not clarifying, just an energy boost and a connection with the deck.
you can put crystals on your deck too. I keep
Leave it on some
selenite with mine. You can use some sigils also.
Sigils, place them on some sigils.
I use angel stuff. I use Metatron.
Even the
too.
box or the bag that you store them in, you can store them with certain herbs and certain crystals.
Yep, herbs and crystals, and I like to keep selenite with mine. I feel and I use also a pink crystal, so that which is the
And
rose
between
quartz.
each reading, this is what I like to do in between each reading, Patricia. Maybe this will help. But if I'm using just my tarot decks, not my charming stuff, I like to Just
Yes.
blow on them really quick in between each reading.
And Martha would constantly shuffle them all the time.
Mhm.
And she does when you're talking, her hands
Yeah,
don't stop.
Yeah, she's always
Yes.
always shuffling up cards, and that's definitely putting energy into your card, and it's giving them your thoughts. So you're thinking, as you're thinking, your your questions are going into the cards,
Right.
and so that's how you're getting your answers.
And Pina says that you could also place them by your heart,
And
to bless
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
Yes, for sure.
And Rob makes a really good point. This is what I do. So I have a specific divination deck specifically for that purpose, but this is a great tool. You can always dedicate your deck to a specific spirit. So if you work with your ancestors, you can always leave your deck on your ancestor altar and they will make sure that they're cleaned and charged and ready for you. Or if you work with a particular saint or something like that, you can leave it in their space and they will charge it up for you.
That's good to know.
You can blow cigar smoke on it. Yes, girl. Yes.
I
All
don't
right,
know
this
if
is
I
fine.
gotta read this, but
Say it.
It's from Martha.
Martha says, yes, Leilani, give your cards a good blow job.
Give my cards a good blow
Give us
job.
sweet reading.
Oh my lord. You guys are so gross. We should talk about Halloween.
Oh,
Oh my god. That's
there's
hilarious.
Brian. Hilarious.
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 Thank you,
That's-
Martha. We needed that. Yes, Pina, we did.
Tina says, Martha!
Is that how it came out?
Martha!
In
That's
case-
how she said it.
So in case you didn't
Martha,
know,
no.
Martha and Pina are some of the other mediums that they just couldn't make it here tonight. So just listen to that sense of humor and just imagine what it's like when we're all in here together. It's a hot freaking mess. It's so much fun.
Hopefully we'll all be in next week.
It's so much
And,
fun.
yes, for sure. We're all going to be in next
Mhm.
week. We're going to have a group next week. Everyone is going to be here next week.
Oh, so
I don't know. How are we gonna fit in the camera?
Hey,
We'll go
guess
behind.
what?
Maybe we'll put the camera to
You guys are gonna see us like little ants on the screen.
Well,
The camera's
Martha,
gonna have to be all the way in the back.
Martha has a confession too.
Oh my god.
She also gives them a blowjob in between.
Mm.
Oh. Moving right along.
Mm.
I like to shuffle my
Glowing
cards.
energy. We've run
Yes.
amok.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
Tina,
I
we've
have
run
such a
amok.
great question, you guys.
Okay,
This is a
go
good
ahead,
one.
go ahead.
Yolande. Okay, listen, that question is amazing, and I love answering this question. You ready? So, how do I recognize that it's my intuition and not just my imagination working overtime?
Oh, go ahead and let you go in it, and then I'll.
Question.
That's a
Wait.
really good question. You want to know? You want to know a secret, Yolande? Your imagination is your intuition. Oh shit! I said what I said. I said what I said, y'all. Your imagination. So okay. So listen. We grow up. All of us grew up in a time where a lot of us had to grow up really fast, right? We, especially if we're like the older sibling, we have to take care of our younger siblings. We have to grow up really quickly. And a lot of times, you'll hear your parents say to you as you're playing with an imaginary friend, or if you're playing with your toys, stop it, stop it, stop it. That's just your imagination. Or you tell them a fantastical story and, that's just your imagination. And it gets brushed off as it being some sort of childlike activity that has no relevance to you. And unfortunately, that is such a sad situation because your imagination is so vital and so necessary for your visualization practices, your meditation, for your ability to see with your third eye, the clear, what is it? Clear sentience, what is it? Sight, clear sight of your spirits, and all that.
We're all like,
Your spirits, your imagination is so necessary for that. So please, by all means, it is not an overactive imagination. It is one and the same. It's the same thing. And so when you attribute something to your imagination, it is also your intuition. So yes, go you.
and you'll get a gut feeling.
And that
You get that
exactly,
gut
those
feeling.
gut feelings are accompanied with that. So like it's really
You'll
easy
just
to
know
just
it.
get creative. Like it's one thing to just be
Mhm.
creative with your imagination. It's another thing to have your imagination, but then it's accompanied with this inner knowing, this gut, this feeling that imagination is something a little bit more. And that's important.
What was
Don't
the
ever
que-
doubt
what was
that.
the question again exactly?
It was, how do I know How do I recognize that it's my intuition and not just my imagination working overtime? That was the question.
So would that be?
Oh, yeah. Well, Peanut thinks that he might mean agenda. Maybe it's his agenda, not his imagination.
Wait, I'm sorry, say it again.
Peanut says, I think he means his agenda,
Not imagination.
not imagination.
When we want something, we put our wants into it.
I still don't get it, but it's okay. I had a beer. I did.
It's okay. Well, I get it. I get what she's trying to
me
say.
in a different way.
Like maybe we're thinking that it's our own agenda and not our imagination wanted to, what we're receiving.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and there's also a difference between, and that does make sense. And I feel like, again, a lot of people sort of push aside our regular feelings, like
Mhm.
our emotions and our desires still inform our psychic practices.
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
like if you desire something and it's a desire that's coming from the depths
Mhm.
and it's something really like you can't just hide it, that's something more than just regular feelings. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think it's
Exactly.
important that we need to acknowledge that about ourselves, but we also need to know the balance and what our baseline is so we know when we're off, when it's not quite right,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. When we're getting when we're doing most of the time, people that are coming to you for readings are, I think that they're sent to us for a particular reason because we might have also gone through or had that experience also.
Yeah.
So that's why it becomes like a gut feeling, or it's like, and then you kind of think, well, is that my own agenda? Is that my own? Am I creating this because I've had the same situation in my life?
I'll give you an example. People who claim to be empaths. Perfect example. There are a lot of people who claim to be empaths when really their empathy is nothing more than a result of growing up in a very traumatic lifestyle where they had to preemptively be able to determine someone's emotions before they so that they
okay.
can adjust accordingly.
Right.
And so when you have that, are we going to dismiss that person as not being an empath? No. They've because of their trauma, they've actually given themselves an exercise, a muscle that now they can then use to help other people. So even though it came from a place of darkness and even though it came as a result of something else, it's still a gift. It's still something you can utilize in the spirit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. What is Martha
Right.
saying?
Martha said if it is confusing between one's own desire and real intuition, do meditate to help differentiate
Yes.
your baseline and your intuition.
Yes, Martha. That's my chick. I love Martha so much. I love you, Martha.
I see her now laughing.
Oh no, she's on Snapchat now.
Sparkle. Martha's energy is amazing.
It is.
When I met Martha, it's
She's
like
an angel, literally.
I met this woman. We've been sisters in another life, and we're brought together in this life. And she's a fairy, and I love it. She has fairy energy, and I love that about her.
And you should meditate with her because she takes you flying with her, and it's wonderful.
She's
It's
a
so
lot
true.
of fun.
It's so
Everyone here is a lot of fun. Pina, everyone is here. Star.
Oh, Star. Oh, God, Star. She's our wild child. We love Star.
She is our wild
She's
child.
our wild child.
Pina's laughing.
Yeah, no
she
taming.
is our wild
She
child.
is.
No taming.
I try to keep up with her too. I'm like, okay, girl, I can't. I'm tapping out. I'm done.
She is. We love her. We love her. She's so much fun. She loves to be fun. She loves fun.
Yeah.
She
You wanna
just
go
loves
over
fun.
October?
What, October? Is it we yet? Are we there yet? No.
Okay.
All right, a little bit. No,
I
we have a
didn't
few
know
more
when.
minutes. At about 5.
Okay.
Wee! Look, Martha said wee. Then
Pyra just wants to know, how do I get a reading? So, Miss Pyra, you can, if you are in the New York area, definitely stop by the Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique shop that's here in Pauling, New York, on 12 West Main Street. All right. And all of us are here on different days. So like I'm here on Saturdays, you got Pina here on Fridays, you got, I don't know everyone's days, but
There are you guys are Thursdays Star,
mhm,
Friday's Pina, and Saturday is
it's
Leilani.
me.
I'm in between there, and then if there's someone else you want, we just schedule it and they'll come in.
Yeah.
So you can
And the majority of
or
us
Zoom. We Zoom too.
and the majority of
absolutely.
us do it on Zoom and
Zoom.
over the phone.
And you can
so.
do it on the website. If you get on the website and there's
Mhm.
someone you like, you can actually click on them on the website and
Yep.
then schedule an appointment with them because that goes right to
Yep.
your guys' calendar.
Yay!
So you can do that too from the website. Absolutely. You can just call me here at the shop and I can set it up for you. You can do something on the phone if you don't Zoom. We
Any
make
more
arrangements. We
questions?
can make arrangements.
No, I don't have any questions.
No questions from Lisa.
Nope, not yet.
She did have something about spirit animals. Do you have a
Oh,
spirit
yeah.
animal?
Yes.
I remember that question. It was a spirit,
Spirit
animal
animals.
question.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I do have. The first time I met a spirit animal, I had a wolf. That was my first spirit animal that I
Nice.
introduced myself to. But lately, I have been connecting with spirit animals. Have been like a message for me lately. For the past 2 weeks, it's been the hawk. One was hawks have been like crazy. They've been in my backyard. They've been flying by me in the car, alongside the car.
Jeez.
Squirrels are knocking on my back door this morning. That was in the road. Um, one animal. I get messages from different animals also. It's not necessarily that they're my spirit animal, but
maybe
they're,
they're just popping
messengers.
in to just say something real
Right.
quick.
So they're messengers. They come in as messengers. So they're not, when you see something or consecutively, or they just stopped in the middle of the road looking at you, right? It cannot necessarily mean that that's your spirit animal. It could be a message. So you can look it up, Google
Stop,
it.
don't run me over.
Stop, don't run over. Yeah.
Stop, because I'm gonna run across the street.
But yes, how I guess I don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm lost now. Spirit animals are super cool to work with. I love doing it. I've got in touch with actually my dragon.
Oh, because of John.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you guys ever want to stop by and do a class with John de Blasio, he does a class on dragons.
Yes.
And I haven't been, but I heard it's amazing.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the dragon were the first time John introduced me to the dragons through Messenger. We were just messaging with each other, and we never talked to each other, over the phone. But he said, "Do you want to meet your dragon?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'm thinking this is crazy cuckoo stuff, right? Crazy, and
Yeah.
I should never say that. Wrong. And he took me into this meditation, and as he's typing it, and we weren't talking, he was typing it to me. So I'm reading this and going into this meditation, and the dragon appeared, and that was like the coolest thing I ever seen. So then again, months later, he did a dragon workshop here, and he told me that my dragon was a white selenite dragon. And that's exactly what I seen when I was doing that meditation thing.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it is awesome to meet your dragon if you haven't. And I know Pina has a big dragon too, but if you
Yeah,
haven't,
I had 5.
You
He
have
said
5.
I have 5 dragons. And one of the coolest things I thought is first night you were there, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Out of the 5, he said to me, the name is Bubbles. However, my first show dog, which I found down south, her name was Bubbles.
Oh.
So the dragon must have brought her to me, and she was absolutely awesome.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
that
What
is
a
so
validation was that, right?
sweet. That is so
was
sweet.
so cool. That was so cool. But yes, we do. I'm sorry, I took over the whole conversation about
That's
spirit
fine.
animals.
That's cool.
Did you want to talk about it?
Not really. My first spirit animal, and still is the alligator / crocodile. I love them. It's one of my firsts.
That's cool. I can see that about you.
One of my firsts. I got a couple others, but I tend to keep those quiet. The alligator one definitely
Yeah.
makes himself known quite often.
I have
But
to
spirit
send you
guides-
something later.
Yeah.
About a lucky duck with the alligators.
Oh my gosh. But they're wonderful to use in meditations. They are wonderful guides to use when you're traveling the astral realm, the spirit realms. They will guide you, protect you, bring you back safely. They are also wonderful to use in medicines, right? So if you're out there shopping and you just so happen to see like the part of your animal, like sometimes they sell like rabbit's foot and
Oh,
cat's
yeah.
claw and blah blah blah. If you just so happen to find like a hawk feather or something, it's important to obtain those and keep them with you, because those are the medicines of those particular animals that you can use in your work. So yeah, spirit guides are amazing. Animal
I
guides
actually
are
do
awesome.
have one. Someone gifted to me.
See.
And Pina met her dragon when she was 15. She didn't say how, but she was 15. That was a couple years back. Don't get mad at me. And
She's throwing you under the bus, Pina.
her spirit animal is a hippo.
Hippo, I love
Aw.
it.
Yo, hippos are vicious. Don't kid yourself. They are so cute, but they are mean. They're very grumpy. They're very grumpy.
You
They
don't have a grumpy hippo, Martha.
They're not nice.
They're beautiful,
It's
majestic
the same
animals.
thing as koalas. Koalas are super cute, but they're super grumpy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop it. What is happening? Oh, he sees the alligator. He's like, nope. Yep,
So,
Oh, Lord.
That's a lucky duck. He got away from it.
So there's a question. He just wanted to know. Marius wanted to know. So you guys are discussing a lot of metaphysical and magical stuff quite openly. Is there anything that shouldn't be discussed? Like that's like off the table.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you.
what? Well, what not to discuss? What's
yeah,
off the
like
table?
what's like off the table?
Some things are off the table. We wouldn't be talking about them on the show.
Yeah.
This is just lightly skimming the top of each topic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of depth to each thing that we're talking about, but not, we're just going through the little fluffy sides of it, because, things can be very deep, and
Yeah.
everybody practices and does things differently and in their own way.
Yeah.
And there's some things that you shouldn't be talking about. Shh, 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 shh.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to your own things that you do.
Plus, you got to know your audience.
Politics.
Like you guys, I know I can talk with certain things, but there are just some subjects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know your
but we try to well-round things, and it's really about things. We talk about this stuff at the shop all the time. All the time. People come in and talk to us about. I get a lot of different things that come in, a lot of different questions, and spirit guides are one of them. And that Leilani's going to be doing that workshop, how to connect to your spirit animal guides. And everything that we talk about, every single thing across the whole board comes back to meditating. And so we could just say that 100 times. Meditate. Well, no matter what you want to do, it's meditate. Do we want to connect to our spirit guides and spirit animals? Meditate. You want to connect to your loved ones? Meditate. You want to connect to your deities? You meditate. And prayer also for them. And however you make, whatever kind of altar you make, or whatever it is that your beliefs are, everybody has different beliefs, and so we try not to, of course, offend anyone in any way at all. This is spiritualism. That's what this is about. That's what the shop is about. And connecting to each other, enlightening each other, bringing everyone up to share in their experiences. So it's not coming in here and sitting in here for a half an hour telling me about all these things that happened to you. That's great. I love it. Because you might meet someone else here that had that same experience, and you can say to yourself, hey, I'm not crazy. You won't believe this, but this crazy thing happened to me. Famous line, right?
Yes.
You can't believe this is so crazy.
I'll be like, try me. I want to hear it.
It is not crazy.
It's not crazy. I bet you I got a story that could top it.
Sure,
it's true though, right? It's crazy.
Oh my God!
But I love it. It's so
fun.
cool.
I love to hear about everyone's story, about their spiritual experiences.
Yeah.
What they want to connect to, any ghostly experiences they had.
Ghosts.
Ghosts, people, ghosts. I said the word.
Halloween.
Yes. Oh, great. Now we're gonna have
Halloween's
a
coming up.
flood of questions now that we're at the end of the show.
Ghosts.
Next time, you guys. Next
week,
Wednesday.
we will talk.
we'll talk about
everyone
ghosts.
is here. We're going to talk about ghosts. That's
Okay.
going to be a topic.
Oh my god, I have
love it.
so many ghost stories. I have so
I
many.
love it. I love it. Lots of ghost stories. Get them ready, people. It's happening.
I think that'll be the first week in October. Is next
It
Wednesday,
will.
right?
It will. It's going
So
to be
there you
super
go.
cool.
We'll kick off
It's gonna
October
be
with
cool.
ghosts.
So I am going to talk about what's happening for the rest of this
Okay,
week.
I'm gonna move my
week.
phone towards you so they can see you. Hey
Hi, guys.
Okay.
And then what's happening here at the shop in October.
Okay.
So again, tomorrow night is Stars Workshop at 6 o'clock. Evidential Psychic and Mediumship Development Circle. That's what Star. And it's on Thursday evenings at 6. Then on Friday, Pina's in doing readings. Pina, Lady of the Light, she does angel oracle readings. And Saturday, Miss Leilani is in. Woo! She'll be doing her readings in any form of divination that you like, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then
the
her
class.
her workshop, which is on, I'm going to say the whole name correctly, Connecting with Your Spirit Guides. Leilani of the Magical Solution presents Connecting with the Spirit Guides. And it's going to be a bi-weekly class, so it's every other Saturday from starting this Saturday. They're on
1 to 2.
1 to 2 p.m. So definitely. And this weekend, on the beginning of October, I'll have the new October schedule up so you can read that all again. Every Wednesday night, we will be doing this live Angel Aura show, the round table, at 6:30. Thursday afternoons, we will now have Reiki sessions available.
Nice.
Damaris, she's our Reiki master, will be in doing by appointment only Reiki on Thursdays, which is cool.
Nice.
We talked about Peanut Fridays. Sunday afternoon, my tea and meditation. Thursday nights are a star. Star. running. On Friday, October 9th, John DeBlasi will be doing Celestial Shaman Rites. So
Okay.
that's going to be a great one. It's multifaceted, multidimensional initiation, activation to shamanic energy healing. Bring any of your sacred objects that you want to put on the collective altar. That's always a lot of fun. Then, of course, every other Saturday is Leilani's class, which I said a lot. But we must get it out there. You must hear it. See, repetitive, then you'll remember.
Yeah.
And Thursday, October 15th, we will have Wine and Spirits with Star and Pina. It's an evening of guidance, messages, and spiritual healing. And then on Friday, October 30th, Joe LaCastro from A Millennial's Third Eye is hosting his It All Starts With You, How to Attract and Manifest. Don't miss that. That's going to be super cool. He's only got one workshop this month. I wanted him to do more, but he's got one, and I love it. Details on that on the website. And then on the 31st, Saturday is woohoo!
Halloween party!
We are doing a
Yes.
Halloween party. All day long, we'll have spooky stuff going on.
Yes.
We're offering $35 15-minute readings that day, special. If you didn't know that, I'm sure no one else knew that, so here it is. I put it out there for you. And come in costume. We're doing a costume party starting at 6:30. We will have prizes for first, second, and third place. We're just not quite sure yet. For the 6:30 party, we do ask that you donate $10 towards the party. How's that?
All right.
I asked for donations. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank everyone.
Thank you
for
guys.
listening. I am Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique in the Village of Pauling at 12 West Main Street. Angel Aura Boutique, angelAuraBoutique.com. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I love every one of you. And Leilani, Miss Leilani, my sister, and my sister Mary.
And thank you, our audience member.
And Lisa's going to join join in with us one time because she is now not really the audience. She is one of us now. We've
thank you.
officially
Bye to the
initiated
magical
her into
selection,
our
love you
crazy group of
guys.
crazies.
Thank you for stopping by.
And I love it.
Bye, guys. Love you. Hang up, girly.